So, ihr Lieben. Hier geht's auch endlich mal weiter. Bisher nicht wirklich viel gemacht. Also hier storymäßig, ne? Allerdings haben wir jetzt endlich mal kein bloßer Stein, die zweite Legendenquest vom guten Zhongli gezündet. Deswegen würde ich sagen, geht einfach mal hier zu Onkel Dai.
Hey, are you Uncle Dai?
Ich glaube schon, das stand über seinen Kopf, Paimon.
I am indeed. Ah, now then. You must be the adventurers assigned by the guild.
Mhm, genau, so ist es.
How could you tell?
Also so nebenbei auch bei der Catherine, die hat uns gesagt, dass wir zu ihm gehen sollen, wegen einem Auftrag. So
By the
für euch, das
clothes
habt
on
ihr
your
nicht
back and the
gesehen.
look on your face. Experienced adventurers at that, I'll wager.
Danke.
Right again. You're pretty perceptive.
In this trade, you need a sharp eye for people, not just rocks. Uncle Dai can see what you're made of from a long way off.
Mhm. Ich merke das schon, Onkel Dai.
All right, my assistant should be arriving soon, so let's just wait here a moment.
Woo woo. That's why we're here. Now there's someone else taking a cut?
Well, to tell you the truth, this is a very difficult matter. Too much for adventurers alone to handle life here.
Ach, jetzt habt ihr mal nicht so, es wird schon.
So there is someone else. Do you think we're not up to the job?
Ganz ruhig, Paimon. Paimon, wirst du schon wieder wetteifern?
It just occurred to me that you don't have all the facts. The incident in question happened in a mine, and it's a little out of the ordinary, to say the least. Mines are dangerous places, as I'm sure you're aware. As such, I've enlisted an industry expert to cover all contingencies. Last time I checked, adventurers weren't experts in ore appraisal or geological analysis. With a professional by your side, everything should run smoothly.
Okay.
Besides, this guy's the best in his field. No matter the rock, he'll tell you its value to the nearest mora at a glance. I'd go as far to say that there's not a soul on Teyvat that knows
Ich
rocks
kann mir schon
better than
vorstellen,
him.
wer es ist.
I'd be a
You're a fool if you think you found Teyvat's #1 rock expert.
Oh? And why might that be?
Because Teyvat's #1 rock expert happens to be a friend of ours.
Genau. Und du sprichst wohl von... perfekt, ich hatte vor, ihm ein paar Fragen zu stellen.
Haha! Didn't expect that, did you? Wait here. We'll go fetch him. Paimon bets Zhongli is listening to the storyteller. Let's head over.
Paimon, ich glaube, er war es. Ich kann es natürlich nicht genau sagen, aber ich gehe mal schwer davon aus, dass Zhongli es war. Hallo.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis.
Zhongli, there you are.
Oh, here for a few tales? I didn't know you two were connoisseurs.
Oh, no, we're here for you. Do you have time?
Ja, seine Fähigkeiten sind mal wieder gefragt, ne?
Something I'm rarely short of.
Wir haben eine Mission angenommen, und zwar ein ganz besonderer Auftrag.
We need someone who understands geology and ore.
Someone who understands geology and ore.
Take a look around. Is there anyone in Teyvat more qualified?
Ne, hier nicht. Paimon, hier nicht, nur er.
Claims to have enlisted Teyvat's #1 rock expert, but Paimon doesn't believe a word of it. Nobody understands rocks better than you.
You appear to have taken his claim quite personally on my behalf.
Oh, no. It's just... Uncle Dai doesn't know what he's talking about. Paimon just wants to enlighten him.
Paimon ist klar.
I see. Well, then it will be my pleasure to accompany you.
Really?
But I should inform you that despite my expertise, I cannot necessarily claim to be a leading authority.
Das ist kein Thema,
We
alles
are at
gut.
all times adrift in a sea of learning. New knowledge should be welcomed with open arms. Still, I imagine I will be of help to you in this endeavor. If we do encounter an expert, I look forward to broadening my own understandings.
Auch wenn es schwierig machbar sein wird, warum nicht, ne?
Stop being so modest, Zhongli. Well, we got got him. Let's head back to Uncle Dai.
Okay. Auf zurück zu Onkel Dai. Aber ich würde auch gerade mal hier das Team wechseln. Irgendwie habe ich mal hier Lust, meine Alten hier zu spielen, ne? Also meine alte Teamaufstellung. Jetzt nicht die alten im Sinne von hier meine alten. Nee, nee. Hier schön mit der Rosaria. Noel. Zhongli. Hupsa. Kein bäuerischer Schluck auf raus. So, Onkelchen. Hallo. Gucken wir doch mal.
Uncle Dai, we're back.
Oh, and this must be the friend you spoke of?
Yep. Paimon doesn't know who your rock expert is, but he's got nothing on our guy.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still, I do have a claim to some experience in this field.
Uh-huh, so you say. Wait till my guy gets here, then we'll see. It's no use me singing his praises. You'll have to see for yourselves.
Is this the place?
Der Typ.
Aha! Speak of the devil. Allow me to introduce my assistant, Kun-jun. Young Kun, these are 2 adventurers assigned to us. And as for this gentleman...
Oh. Das ist Zhongli, ein Berater vom Bestattungsunternehmen.
Shang Funeral Parlor's consultant. Mr. Zhongli. I've heard about you. They say you're a man of great knowledge and many talents. I had no idea I'd be meeting you in person today.
Ja, siehst du mal, Onkel.
I'm sure I recognize you. Have we met at the parlor? Wait, I've never been to the parlor.
Uncle Dai, aren't you gonna test them?
Was ist das für ein Typ? Das hattest du also vor?
Huh? I wouldn't know where to start.
Then they can figure out a way to test each other. If Zhongli wins, he's the assistant. If Zhongli loses... never mind. Zhongli won't lose.
A contest? Why, it would be my pleasure.
I admire your enthusiasm, good sir.
I must say, you
Alter, du hast
certainly
keine
have the
Chance
look of
gegen
an
ihn.
industry
Null,
expert about you.
einfach.
It'll be interesting to see which one of us wins.
Stop talking the talk and start walking the walk.
I'm just saying it like I see it, which is incidentally the only skill I have worth talking about.
So you're an appraiser, Mr. Kun-jun.
Well, no. Actually, I've already forgotten what I'm in Liyue Harbor for. I was standing by the side of the road one day when Uncle Dai called me over. He saw me holding a rock and asked me a few questions. He seemed incredibly excited, even followed me for a while. We arranged to meet here.
Huh? How could you forget something like that?
Sieht gerade nicht gut an.
I saw him on
Irgendwie.
my way over to Liyue Harbor, poring over rocks and muttering to himself. He looked to be very familiar with them. I asked him a few questions out of curiosity. To my surprise, he knew more than me, an old mining foreman. In any case, he didn't have any pressing matters and agreed to help me.
So, do you have a poor memory?
Komischer Typ.
Not exactly. Anyway, if it's rocks you need help with, I can most certainly lend a hand. Mr. Zhongli, what do you make of this rock?
A glossy exterior, with a fissure that could only have been left in the wake of a volcanic eruption. If I'm not mistaken, this is a rough gem from another nation.
Ah, a keen eye.
It's no ordinary rough gem. Fragile surface layer, black veining. My intuition tells me that there's high-quality crystal ore inside.
Ja, eindeutig. Paimon, du hast recht. Er ist der richtige Mann.
Remarkable! This rock does indeed hail from the vicinity of a volcano. I came across it in a market and snapped it straight up. The seller thought it was some leftover industrial remnant. They had no inkling of the treasure that lay within.
Kristalle jetzt ist nicht überall zu finden?
Purity and geological rarity alone aren't enough to make a treasure. Some of the most precious crystals contain deposits of water or sand. In the moment of its formation, the crystal hidden within this stone shell captured a pocket of water. For water to be hidden in its depths, like a moon concealed within a mountain, reflecting shafts of daylight that make it through. Now that's a rare treasure.
Ja, da hast du recht. Hört sich auf jeden Fall einzigartig an.
Such a detailed description. Almost like he saw it with his own 2 eyes. Say, you're not trying to hoodwink us, are you? After all, we haven't even seen what's inside yet.
Everything he said is true. Most crystals are born in high-temperature environments. Heat and water aren't natural bedfellows, of course, which is why crystals with water deposits are so sought after. Moreover, this particular crystal contains mountain lake water. A rare find indeed.
Well, if Zhongli says so, it must be true.
Wie sie ihm einfach
I've
anklopft,
yet
nee,
to
überhaupt
encounter
nicht.
anyone with a judgment as shrewd as yours, Mr. Zhongli. How did you know exactly what lay within?
I've seen many such stones in my time. I recognized it immediately. I hope you didn't mind me flaunting my experience, Mr. Kunjun.
Of course not. I feel I've met a kindred spirit here today. I hope you will accept my friendship.
Okay.
Uncle Dai, it would be a mistake for Mr. Zhongli not to join us. Trust me when I say that his level of expertise is unrivaled in the trade. You won't come across another of his caliber in your lifetime.
Very well. There is strength in numbers, after all. Everyone, follow me to the chasm. There are men
Was
counting
Luft?
on you to find them.
Ja gut, dann würde ich sagen, gehen wir mal nach da hinten, hä? Hilft hier alles nichts. Ich würde sagen, wir gehen dahin und flattern hier einfach runter. Hui. Und er wird dann irgendwo wahrscheinlich mal, gehe ich schwer davon aus, eine Höhle sein. Und wir gucken einfach. Noch immer ganz viel Zeug nicht erforscht, ne? Müsste ich mir was so Mascho anhören? Ja, okay, aber er hat ja auch seinen Spaß. Wenn er hier die ganzen Sachen aufdecken kann. Nee. Ja, wie gesagt, das mache ich irgendwann mal so. Dieser Map Clearing stand jetzt bei mir erstmal nicht hoch oben drauf. Aus dem einen Grund, dass ich einfach schon Lyra Ansehen Rang 8 habe, also das höchste. Und ja, warum soll ich dann noch die Map groß erkunden? Klar, natürlich, es bringt Vorräte, definitiv. Da brauchen wir nicht drüber reden, aber im Endeffekt während eines Kampfes kannst du nichts machen. Ich will mit denen aber nicht kämpfen. Aua. Das Feuerdinger, ey. Komm, renn weg. So ist brav. Schön weit weg. Kumpel.
Whoa, this mine is huge.
Aber hier warst du auch schon Paimon,
This is
das
where
weißt
the
du doch.
incident occurred. 6 days ago, a group of us left the site to attend to other matters. When we returned, the 4 men we'd left behind advanced. I led a team around the entire mine, but found no trace. That's when I decided to enlist help.
Okay, ja, macht ja auch Sinn.
So 4 miners have disappeared.
Yes, there were 10 of us. We lost Long, Bold Sen, Brave Sen, and Mao. I worked with all of them.
Workers in this trade are usually young men in the prime of their lives. Could it be that the 4 of them left for another mine?
Unlikely. There's no other lodging for miles around, and we didn't pass any other mines on the way over.
Huh. Such a huge mine. Did you really manage to explore every corner?
Das ist die Frage, ja, man kennt es in Minecraft, ne?
Underground, overground. We left no stone unturned. We tried everything short of digging further into the earth itself. How could 4 sturdy young men just vanish into the bedrock?
We'll need to explore the site ourselves before extracting any conclusions.
Very well. I'll wait here. Please, proceed wherever you'd like. If you come across any clues, let me know straight away.
Machen wir.
So strange. How could the 4 of them just suddenly disappear? Did they run away from something?
Gucken wir uns erstmal das hier
Over
an.
here! What's this? A pile of shirts, some trousers.
Mhm.
A few everyday items. They must belong to Uncle Dai and his men.
1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. That seems right. 10 shirts, 10 pairs of trousers. These must be spares, right? Look, Uncle Dai's clothes are identical.
The
Okay.
4 of them have been gone for 6 days without a change of clothes.
There's also a few handkerchiefs and some soap lying around. Oh, and some tool belts.
Items for washing one's face before the dawn shift. Mining equipment.
So, they didn't take any supplies.
Correct.
Vielleicht haben sie nicht gebraucht oder vielleicht haben sie einfach vergessen. Nee, nicht gebraucht.
Improbable.
Richtig, beides unwahrscheinlich.
There are 4 pickaxes missing. It seems likely they left with the tools of their trade. They had time to take their tools, but not their everyday items?
Why would someone set off with their tools but leave their luggage behind?
Genau das ist die Frage, Paimon.
One,
Genau das
they
ist
were
die
working
Frage.
close by and didn't need to move their personal effects. But seeing as they've yet to return, this seems an unlikely hypothesis. Or 2, they were forced to leave and had no time to think about their supplies.
Oh.
Glaubt ihr, jemand hat sie entführt? Oder
It's
waren es mit
certainly a
Würschel?
possibility. We'll need more clues before any further inference can be made.
If they didn't leave, maybe they were made to leave. Let's make a note and let Uncle Dai know.
Ja.
Let's look around first and see if we can find any clues.
Was hat er hier hinten? Kunyun? Hast du was gefunden? Okay, Core Lapis.
Kunjun, what do you have there?
Oh, right on time.
Did you find anything?
There's a chunk of ore here. Perhaps there are clues within.
Or, what does it have to do with the disappearance?
Das ist die Frage.
Let's find out. I'll give it a try. A moment.
Ja. Oh.
Okay.
Wieso hat er geleuchtet? Da war ein Kind dabei, ne?
Looks like he's concentrating really hard.
I see. 4 men following someone out of the mine.
Haben wir eben auch schon
A
gesagt.
child? What's a child doing in a mine?
Ja, frag dich selbst.
I'm not sure.
Also, how did you see anything exactly?
Oh, I don't mean see in the traditional sense. I would appreciate it if what I'm about to tell you remained a secret. It's a little odd. I've never dared to tell anyone before.
Naja, uns kannst du, glaube ich, vertrauen.
I can perceive the memories of ore.
Huh?
Interessant.
Perceive. So there's no conjecture at work?
You mean you can put your hand on a rock and boom, it just happens?
I've always sensed that ore
glaub, weniger
contains
mit Boom.
memories. Sometimes it records events that occur in the surrounding area. All I have to do is touch one and focus my attention, and the memories come to me.
Amazing! So you can find out everything that ever happened there.
It depends on the ore.
Okay.
Some ores have astounding memories. Others, like iron ore and white iron ore, aren't up to much. Their memories are hazy. Core lapis and crystal memories are much stronger. They record more events and in greater detail.
Stone
Interessant.
seeing. Fascinating. A rare ability indeed. It was prudent of Uncle Dai to recruit you, Mr. Kunjun.
Dass er es auch kennt.
I'm glad I can be of assistance. Based on what I saw, I believe they followed this path.
Ja, dann.
This will take us north, away from the mine.
North.
Werden bestimmt noch andere
Another clue
Call-Uppies
for
sein.
Uncle Di. Let's make a note of it.
Ja, schreib's auf, alles gut.
Leave it all to me.
Das geht leider nicht. Na, Minenarbeiter?
Excuse me, sir.
Ah, yes, yes. You must be here about the disappearance. Please find them if you can. I don't know what happened. The weather was gloomy that day. The foreman left with a few men.
Okay, der Vorarbeiter auch.
I stayed behind with the other 4. After a while, I decided to take a break, just to catch my breath. I ended up falling asleep in the shelter inside. When I woke up, there was no sight of them. I'd only just been speaking with them and suddenly they'd vanished.
Im Schutzraum.
Maybe I'm next.
So the men that were out working disappeared, with the only one left to tell the tale having been asleep in a shelter. Perhaps an accident occurred on site.
Oh, what a scary thought. An on-site accident.
Ja, schreib's auf, Paimon. Ist doch gut.
Clues. Time to report back to Uncle Di.
Okay, wir haben ein paar Sachen gefunden. Ich würde ja halt eben einfach mal da hinten lang gehen, ne? Den nördlichen Weg hoch. Und würde einfach mal direkt nachgucken.
How are the investigations going?
Auch gut
We found
eigentlich.
3 clues in the vicinity. First, there are 4 missing pickaxes, yet everyday items are still in their place. This suggests that your men didn't leave of their own accord, but were forced to.
Forced to? But who would kidnap miners?
Die Frage. Genau das
Oh,
ist die
indeed.
Frage.
Second, there were 5 workers at the mine. One of them left the site to take respite. When he awoke, his colleagues had disappeared without a trace. Those who kept working all disappeared. The one who left early emerged safe and sound. It would appear that the incident occurred on site.
Now that you mention it, I recall Bravo saying that he took a break. Could someone have entered the site and simply walked away with him?
This leads me to my third point. Mr. Kun-jun here made good use of his, expert techniques to arrive at a conclusion. It was a child that took your men away.
Welches Kind?
A
Kam
child?
uns die bekannt vor?
But there are no settlements here for miles around. There's no way a child would have made it over to the mine.
Unlikely as it sounds, that's our conclusion. Your men were following a child.
Where did they go?
Im nördlichen Weg da
We
hinten
believe
hoch.
that they followed the road north, away from the mine and toward the ruins.
North. Right. I'll rally my men and head in pursuit.
Können wir vielleicht irgendwie helfen?
You've been invaluable to the investigation, but leave the legwork to us. If we set off now and make haste, we might be able to catch them.
Not so fast. The incident occurred 6 days ago. Even if they set out on foot, they will have covered a lot of ground by now.
You're right. New plan. I'll lead my search party over to the settlements further out and make some inquiries.
Das hört sich schon gut an,
There are
ja?
only a few settlements around here with lodging for the night. We'll go investigate and see if we can come up with anything. In the meantime, you could keep looking for clues. If we don't see each other, let's reconvene at Wangshu Inn tomorrow evening.
Das hört sich gut an.
All right. Me and my men will get going.
Okay. Gut, ich denke mal, wir werden die bis morgen Abend haben.
So,
Gehe ich mal schwer von
we're
aus.
gonna talk to the people over at the settlements while we keep investigating here.
So ist der Plan, ne, Paimon?
Correct.
But there aren't any more clues at the mine. Shouldn't we go north?
Wait. I believe we're missing someone.
Kun-jun, da hinten steht er noch.
Oh yeah, where's Kunjun? Paimon bets he's still investigating. Let's go find him.
Wo steht er jetzt? Hey, Kun-jun. Junge.
Kunjun, what are you searching for? We're all out of clues. Let's get going.
Apologies. I'm conducting a quick search for my own benefit. I'm looking for a precious stone known as Dragonfall.
Der Drachenfall.
Dragonfall.
Noch nie davon gehört.
Dragonfall is often used in forging. What you...
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't recall why I'm seeking it. I've been feeling very absent lately.
Okay.
Name and address aside, I'm having trouble remembering things. In fact, I've been feeling extremely anxious, as if there's something I've forgotten to finish. It's an unpleasant sensation.
Ist er tot und vielleicht ein Geist?
Oh, Paimon knows that feeling. When you know you've forgotten something, but you can't remember exactly what it is.
Genau das, Paimon.
I don't even know where to start with it. I've been aimlessly wandering. That day at the market, I overheard a conversation while I was buying something. It sounded so familiar to me, as if whatever it was I had to do was linked to that stone. Perhaps if I can retrieve some, I'll remember what it is I have to do.
I see. If I am able to during our endeavor, I will help you look for this stone.
Dankeschön.
Really? Oh, thank you, Mr. Zhongli. You're too kind.
Think nothing of it.
Shouldn't we get going?
Ja, da hat's
Heading
recht,
north
ne?
from the chasm, we'll reach Lingju Pass. If this is indeed the path they chose, there will be traces.
Great, let's have a look.
Auf geht's. Endlich mal hier.
Someone needs assistance.
No one needs assistance. Komm schon, die Eisdorn. So, hier oben. Jetzt sehen wir es gleich. Sind sie wirklich hier lang gegangen oder sind sie woanders lang gegangen? Improvisierte Leiter.
Wait, there are tracks here. These must have been left by the miners.
Let us make our way to the end of Lingju Pass. If there are no footprints there, it would suggest that the miners are still within the pass itself. However, if we find new tracks, we can follow them wherever they may lead.
Ja, das ist richtig. Sollen wir ja hier rüber. Das Rätsel hatten wir ja damals schon gemacht. Für irgendwas war das wichtig. So, hier sollen wir nach oben gehen.
Someone needs assistance.
Haben wir hier irgendwas? Hier. Fußtapschen. Zum Glück sieht man die.
Hey, footprints.
It would appear that they made their way through Lingju Pass and kept moving.
If we follow their footprints, we should be able to find where they went.
Hier hinten lang. Ich darf extra mal so eine Kurve, ne? Dass ich den Kumpel da nicht wecke.
Oh no, the footprints end here.
We should inquire with anyone nearby. If the miners came through here, they may well have seen them.
Also ganz nicht viel. Für mir meine 500 Mora, ey, ich sag's dir. Oh, 750 mittlerweile sogar. Ja, krass. Ja gut, hier würde ich aber sagen, in der nächsten Folge babbeln wir mit dem da. Bis dann. Ciao, ciao.